Good morning, students. So we are going to start with the next chapter, and the next chapter is rules of debit and credit. So what do you understand by the terms debit and credit? Now these debit and credit are taken from some other language, and debit means the left side of something. So when you prepare your account has two sides. The left side is known as the debit side, and the right side is known as the credit side. Like for example, when you will prepare your account, you will prepare your account in this way. It will be T-shaped. This side is known as the debit side, and this side of the account is known as credit side. So when you are preparing your account is divided into two parts. One side is known as the debit side, and the other side is known as the credit side. So now in this chapter, what we have to learn? We have to learn whenever there is any business transaction, then in that transaction, every transaction will have a dual effect. Now in that dual effect, in accounting equation, so you already know how things are going to be affected, how assets are going to be affected, and how capital and liability is going to be affected. But now you have to do in the form of accounts. So let us first understand the classification of account, and today we are going to do the modern approach of classification of accounts. Now your accounts are divided into five different parts: assets, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. So let us see what are assets. Now assets in basic accounting terms, we have already seen that what are our assets. These are the things that help a businessman, or these are the economic resources of the organization that help a businessman to earn revenue or to run his business. So what are the various assets? Let us see. Building, you all know what building is all about. Infrastructure that is created with bricks, cement, and sand, that is known as building. Then the other is machinery. When you are working, you need machines to work, carry on your work, that is your asset. Furniture, you all know what furniture, table, chair, etc. is your asset. Stock of unsold goods that are lying in your store is known as stock. This we have done in basic terms. Debtors are the persons from whom you have to take money in future. They are your assets. Bills are something that are accepted by the debtors. So this is also your asset, because in future money is going to inflow in form of from bill receivable. Cash is your asset. This is already available in cash. So this is your asset. Then the balance in your bank account. So if you don't have cash in hand but you have deposited your money in bank, then bank balance is also your asset. Then the expenses that are paid in advance. Now you won't need to do these expenses in future, so all the prepaid expenses are your asset for future. Similarly, accrued income. If any income is accrued, like for example, the businessman has given his premises on rent, or we had a warehouse which is given on rent, and there is 2 month rent which is still outstanding. So that accrued rent will be your asset, because money is going to inflow in future from that accrued income. Goodwill. Now what is goodwill? Goodwill is these are all the intangible assets. These were all tangible, these are intangible. Now what are intangible assets? Intangible assets are the assets that cannot be touched, that cannot be seen, but yes, their importance in business can be felt. Like for example, goodwill. Goodwill is the reputation of a business that it enjoys in the market. Like for example, say you went to an unknown place and you are stuck up there, and now you want to have your meal, and when you go out in the market, you find out there are two options available. One is McDonald's and other is Sureka Dhaba. Now you have never heard of this Sureka Dhaba, and you have never heard about the quality of the food that is supplied over here, but you can trust McDonald's, since you have been eating at this joint in other branches all over the world. So you will go where you will go. You will go to McDonald's and have your meal, because the trust is created. McDonald's, a brand name, is created in the market. It is a known name and we trust it. So that goodwill is going to help McDonald's in earning more profit, or in order to attract more customers. So that is the reputation of a business, and it always helps a business to earn goodwill, to earn profit, sorry. Then we have patents. Now when you innovate new things, the imitations come in the market very quickly. So if you don't want that your innovation is used by someone else, then what do? You purchase patents of your innovations that you have done. Similarly are the copyrights. Copyrights are the rights that are given to a person to copy the things. If I have done hard work on something, see, I am an author and I took 2 years to take out a book of accountancy. Now, once that book is in market, the other people they'll start just copying my work and they'll start sending the books that I'm offering at a higher rate. So what I'll do, I'll purchase the copyrights. This you might see in the forms of films. It's always written there, all copyrights reserved. So the right to manufacture that and to manufacture the copies of that product lies with the person who has purchased the copyrights. So copyrights also is an intangible asset that helps a businessman to earn more revenue. Similarly are the trademarks. Now trademarks are the identification marks that help you to identify a brand in the market. Like McDonald's is M, Reebok you have a tick sign, Puma you have a lion running. So you have different trademarks that brands have created that help you in recognizing the different brands in the market, and these trademarks helps a businessman to earn more profit. So this is also an intangible asset and you have to purchase your trademarks once you have made it. So these are all your assets. I hope your assets are clear. So now what is the golden rule of debit and credit for all your assets? Any increase in asset, we are going to debit it. Any decrease in asset, you are going to credit it. This you might have seen, like for example, if we purchase furniture. When you are purchasing furniture, furniture now is an asset and furniture is increasing, so it will be debited. But when you are selling off your furniture, then furniture is decreasing, it will be credited. Similarly, in the same transaction, cash is also your asset. So when you are purchasing furniture, furniture is increasing, but the cash, the other asset is decreasing. So your cash is decreasing, it will be credited. Furniture is increasing, it will be debited. But when you are selling your furniture, furniture is being decreased, so furniture will be credited and cash will be debited. So this is how you have to find out what is to be debited and what is to be credited. Any increase in asset is to be debited and any decrease in asset has to be credited. So we'll be doing transactions later on, since this is the theoretical part. Then we come to the liabilities. In liabilities, what are all included? Creditors are the ones from whom goods have been purchased on credit, bills payable, acceptance paid by the business, bank overdraft. Now what is bank overdraft? This is a facility that is given by bank to overdraw your money. See, I have deposited, I have 50,000 rupees in my bank account, but I am a trusted customer and my overdraft limit is 50,000. So though I have 50,000 in my bank account, I can withdraw up to 1 lakh from your from my account, because this is a facility that is given to me by bank. So I can overdraw my account by 50,000. So when you overdraw your account, then it becomes your liability, because later on you'll have to repay those 50,000 as a loan that is taken from bank. So that is your liability. Bank loan, obviously your liability, because you have taken a loan, you need to repay it back. Outstanding expenses, the due expenses which you need to pay in future. Unearned income. Now this is income that is received now, but this income does not belong to this year. It has to be transferred to the next year when you will be preparing accounts of that year. So unearned income is your liability towards the next year and you need to transfer it later on. Similarly, unearned income or is also known as income in advance. Okay. So what is the golden rule of liability? Just the opposite of asset. If there is any liability and there is any increase in liability, it will be credited. Any decrease in liability, it will be debited. Like for example, purchased goods from Mohan. So Mohan is your liability, and now when you are purchasing goods from Mohan, your liability is increasing. So Mohan account, your liability account will be credited. So similarly, taken a bank loan is increasing, so it will be debited. When you are repaying your bank loan is decreasing, it will be debited. Or if you say we are repaying our creditor, so creditor will decrease in that case, so he will be debited. So this is the rule for liabilities. Then comes the capital. The rule for capital is same as for liability. Increase is credited, decrease is debited. Capital, you all know, the money and assets that are invested by the proprietor, and here your drawings will also come, because drawings are the assets or anything that is withdrawn by proprietor for personal use. So we'll have the same thing for drawings also. Then comes the revenue. Revenues are the incomes that a businessman earns over the period of time. When you are receiving something, that is your revenue, that is your regular income that is earned. So what is First is sales. When goods are sold to the ultimate customers, then you receive your revenue. or you might receive interest on the investments that you have done, commission you have made, receive discount, you may receive rent, you may receive miscellaneous receipt, or your bad debts that you have recovered. Now what are bad debts? Now you owe money, your debtors owed money to you. Now if your debtors refuse to give you money in future, then it becomes your bad debt. But if your bad debts are recovered in future, then it becomes your revenue. So the golden rule for revenue is same as for liabilities and capital. Any increase will credit it and any decrease it will be debited. Now if we say that goods have been sold, sales come, so sales is your revenue, it will be credited. But and if we say rent received, this is your income, this is your revenue, so rent received is increasing, it will be credited. So this is the rule for revenue. Then comes the expenses. So when you are doing business, then there are certain expenses that you have to do on regular basis, and by doing such expense there is no increase in asset, but that helps you in running business. This is the day-to-day expense of a business. So when any expense is made, there is no asset that is created, but yes, it helps you in running business. So what are the expenses? Let us see. Purchases, when goods are purchased, wages and salary paid to the employees in the organization, carriage and freight are the transportation cost, electricity and power, you need electricity expenses, insurance is you get your goods insured to avoid your risk, so insurance premiums you are going to pay, rent you are going to pay for all the properties you are going to take on rent, telephone expenses, postage, repairs, depreciation. Now all the assets that you are using, the tangible assets, their value reduce over the period of time. So that reduction in value is known as depreciation. So that is also your the expense, though it is non-cash. Amortization. Amortization is always of all the intangibles. Now say if you have purchased your trademarks for 5 years, so after your 5 years, these trademarks are going to not going to be there for the business. So they are amortized over the period of 5 years. So decrease in the value of intangibles is known as amortization. Bad debts, you all know what it is. Discount allowed, loss on sale of fixed assets. So these are all your expenses. So the rule for expenses is same as for asset. Any increase in asset is debited and any decrease in your expense is credited. Now when I say salary paid, salary is your expense which is increasing, it will be debited. Rent paid, telephone expenses paid, depreciation charged, bad debts, discount allowed, these are all your expenses. So whenever they are increasing, then they are debited, whenever they are decreasing, they are credited. Now according to modern approach, these are your rules for debit and credit. So this is how the way you have to classify your accounts. Now when you are doing your classification, you have to identify whether a particular thing is your asset, is it your liability, capital, revenue or expense. Okay, so you will get an assignment based on the classification, and after doing this, after listening to this video, what you will do, you will classify your accounts by keeping your notes closed. Okay, so please prepare your notes first of all, and then you just attempt the assignment that is given later on after that. Thank you.